it's Troy the Man. So, I got something for you guys today, and let's go and do a search. For this word right here, and let's go to the news. Now, take your pick. Look at all these headlines. All right. Uh, let's pick. Um, hmm. Boston Globe, but they require money. Oh, let's go with the local source. All right, what do we got here? Two suspects in high-end um spicy place thing. Well, based in Boston, appear briefly in federal court. No, that's not the one I want. That's not the one I want. No, we're not doing Washington Post. Um, I'm looking for a specific. Uh, yeah, I'm looking for a specific one here. But you get the gist. You obviously what's going on. Oh, here we go. Fox 5 DC. National security concerns. Yeah, military officers among uh, alleged clients. Okay, sorry. Don't mind me. I got a sore tooth and I don't know what I'm going to do about it yet. So, experts say high end. Spicy ring busted by the Justice Department could now pose threat to national security. Yes, military officers are involved. See, here's the thing though. This is talking about just military officers, right? There are part there were politicians who were alleged clients. There are big businessmen, many of them working in the pharmaceuticals. Yeah, it's a mess, guys. So, and that's not the one I was looking for. Let's go to page 3. No, busted brothel connected clients operated in Fairfax County. That must be Virginia. Um, see all of this stuff. Yeah, this was like 6 days ago or something. Oh shit, I said the word like. Somebody beat my ass later. Anyways, because I hate that word. But yeah, so apparently there are 3 guys. They were all arrested. They're from South Korea. They operated 2 separate brothels, one in Virginia, one in Massachusetts, and they had a bunch of high-end clients. Um, anyways, look at this: politicians, executives, military. Yep, this is the one I want. Paid for membership in high-end spicy place. Okay, Fed say. Let's see. 3 people were arrested. Acting U.S. attorney is taking care of this shit. Commercial sex. If you guys want to pause the video, you can read these articles. Let's see. It was built on. Yeah, the commercial sex. Oh, they're labeling it as a commercial ring. Okay. Not the kind of rings you buy for your girlfriends or yourselves, but you know what kind of rings we're talking about here. The bad rings. Um, I'm just looking for. Wait a minute. So one of the guys is from California. Dedham, Massachusetts, Cambridge, Massachusetts, and California. Oh man, this I don't care about all that. Ah, yes, here we go. Provided a cash payment in an amount confirmed in earlier text message with the phone, usually based on the duration of service to the Asian female in the apartment. So, yeah, that's getting into too many descriptions that I'm not allowed to use. Return to the bed. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing. This is the part that pisses me off every time. Customers involved in the case were not identified in the complaint, which explains that their identities were withheld because of the ongoing investigation into their involvement. Here's the thing, guys. I seriously doubt we will know who these customers are. These customers span a wide array of different professional disciplines. Some of these professional disciplines included but are not limited to politicians, pharmaceutical executives, doctors, military officers, government contractors that, that possess security clearances, professors, lawyers, business executives, technology company executives, scientists, accountants, retail employees, and students. Well, it seems the United States government has a little bit of problem with people being attracted to the wrong kinds of people. Additionally, the Homeland Security Investigation Special Agent who authored the complaint said he believes that hundreds of other customers may remain to be identified. According to the complaint, the group used apartments in Cambridge, Dedham, and Watertown, Massachusetts, as well as Fairfax and Tysons Corner, Virginia. Wow. And here's they even got the addresses listed. Well, I wouldn't try to go to these addresses now and get a little nook, if you know what I mean. Um, you'll probably won't get anything. Uh, oh, so Han Lee. Apparently, it's a she. She was the madame. That's what's going on with that. I think it's kind of fucked up. But hey, it's what happens when you deal with, you know, these people. I mean, I'm pretty sure we'll figure out the names of the low level people, you know. We won't know who the politicians are. But the people in the military, the lawyers, the doctors, some lawyers we might know. Some lawyers we might know about, some I can guarantee you we won't. Doctors, I don't think they're going to do anything to the doctors. Um, Pharmaceutical companies will probably fire the employees that are caught up in it, but it'll either that or this is all going to quietly get swept under the rug as usual, and we won't know who the customers are. Because I'm curious, because this was, according to everything that I've been following with this story over the last few days, is they're looking at these women who were providing the services as victims of um, something I can't mention on YouTube for some reason. But this is what's going down. And it is deeply disturbing that a lot of these people do have clearances. So you could take that with a grain of salt. Let's see if I can bring this up. Oh, look at that. I got a like. Awesome. Thank you. Anyways, with all that said, guys, I just wanted to report on this story because it hits a little close to home. Because many of you don't know is, yes, I live in Maine, but I spent probably a good chunk of my life in Massachusetts. And I used to live outside of Boston um, from age 10, well, just before turning 10, because I moved to Massachusetts that summer I turned 9, or that summer before I turned 10, and all the way to the age, well, the summer before I turned 15. And that's when I moved to Maine. And I didn't always live in Maine during my teen years because I went back to Massachusetts to graduate high school. So, yeah, this is messed up. I mean, here's the thing about Massachusetts too. Politicians are so corrupt. I mean, when I lived in Massachusetts, all right, I know in the past, many of you who saw my channel before I absolutely had to nuke my channel, I talked about political corruption in the place I used to live at called Chelsea, Massachusetts, where the city was so corrupt, the politicians were so corrupt that Governor Bill Weld, who was the governor of Massachusetts at the time, had to put the city in a conservatorship. All right? The city was bleeding so much money. The politicians were taking so many bribes. Many of them ended up in federal prison. This is the corruption that goes on in Massachusetts. I'm not surprised by this. I'm not surprised by it in the least. Boston, when you're dealing with, this is why I'm a Republican. This is why I decided I was going to be a Republican, because Democrats in Massachusetts turned me away from being a Democrat. And at the time when I was a kid, I didn't think anyone should be walking around the city carrying a gun. Now, I don't care if you open carry that shit. I don't care if you conceal carry that shit. I don't care if you walk down the street with a rocket launcher strapped to your back. All right? Back then, I didn't think anybody should carry a gun. Now, that's the thing about dealing with Democrats. All right? I got to Maine, and the politicians were not as corrupt. I mean, when I got to Maine, people were voting for Susan Collins and Olympia Snowe. Olympia Snowe was the shit. I wouldn't care. I don't care too much for Susan Collins. These are our two senators, mind you, at the time, and Susan Collins is still in the Senate today. She needs to go. She's been in there way too long. But, yeah, and I would have voted for both of them. And basically, this is the kind of thing that doesn't surprise me in the least about Massachusetts. I wouldn't be surprised if most of the politicians caught up in this were Democrats. I wouldn't be surprised if there are a few Republicans caught up in it. But I know it'll be a lot more Democrats than Republicans. And as far as the military personnel goes, this is despicable. I mean, it's too bad. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm going to have to drill that out. It's too bad that this goes on, but hey, you vote for these politicians. They're out there. They're out there paying for this kind of stuff, where people come from Asia. Now the whole thing is, these victims were promised with a good life, but instead they got this. Absolutely horrid. So, in case you're wondering why I'm not a Democrat, this is why. The political corruption is so terrible in Massachusetts that this doesn't surprise me. I wouldn't even be surprised if they found something like this in Austin, Texas. At least Austin would. At least the state police in Texas, they would make the names of these politicians public. But if you're looking at Virginia and Massachusetts, you're looking at two blue states where this is easy. Nobody should be voting for this crap. I wouldn't vote for it. Watch somebody in the comments say, "Oh, Donald Trump was having sex with a porn star." Did he pay for it? Was she brought here from another country, promised with a whole new life, and got this crap? No? Then move along. That's it. That's all I got on this, guys. This is insane. This is this is crazy. And I hope that you guys understand that this is there's probably going to be another one popping up here after these guys, get sent to federal prison. The original article I read said it was 3 men, but this one mentions a woman. Anyways, I'm going to bounce out of here, guys. I just wanted you guys to know that I'm still alive and I'm still watching. And I hope you guys understand that this right here, if you want the full story, I'm reading this from WCVB5, a channel, ABC channel out of Boston. But you can, I mean, as you saw, there were so many articles about it that it's crazy. You can find it on YouTube. I was going to go and get it off of YouTube, but I couldn't find it. So I said, screw it. Let's do it this way. Anyways, I'm going to bounce out. You guys have fun. Take it easy. And God bless.